I feel like Sleeping Beauty waiting for my prince to come wake me up and get me off of this non-stress test. Yeah, but in all seriousness, I'm having a non-stress test because I guess I'm high risk for IVF, but also some kind of like very minor cord insertion issue where I guess my umbilical cord is not attached to the placenta in an ideal spot, so they are worried about the baby getting enough nutrients and blood and all that stuff. But like, it's technically, I guess, put me in the high risk category, even like outside of IVF, but nobody seems that worried about it. I guess it just requires some extra monitoring. I haven't even been stressed about it at all. It really sounds like it's very low risk out of the high risk category, if that makes any sense. But what that does mean is I have to cart my butt a half an hour all the way to my doctor's office to get a non-stress test once a week until I'm 32 weeks. And then after 32 weeks, I have to do this twice a week. Oh! So here's what's going on. Ooh. Yep. Those are the heart monitors on the baby, and then that's the machine that records what's going on. I guess they just want to check the heart rate of the baby, I guess, make sure that if he moves, his heart rate stays okay. Honestly, I'm not that knowledgeable in this right now at all. I probably should know more, but I'm like, okay, I gotta just do this, and if there's a problem, they'll let me know. It's funny because he's kicking a lot right now, and you can hear it. It sounds like somebody's like banging on a microphone. There's one. There's one. There's one. He wants this thing off of him. He doesn't like it. I had my first one last week. It came out perfectly fine. So I'm not worried about this, but like, this is just gonna have me, like, require me to go to this doctor's office twice a week for like 6 weeks. So that's a long time. But anyway, I guess that's just what you have to do to make sure the baby's safe. Better safe than sorry. So it's all good. Hey guys, so here's the deal. Oh, hi Robert. We are working on the nursery again, and we finished the first wallpaper, as you guys saw, and before we start on the second wallpaper on the second half of that wall, we are going to paint the room first. So let's take a look at what we're doing. Here's Robert painting, who
making a mess.
Said once in his life he was never going to paint again, and then here we are.
Doing this shit again.
So far my job is to paint around the outlets, and he's getting the sides of the wall, and there's that, and all of our stuff in the middle. And yeah, basically we have, this is a good size room. We have a lot to do, but we'll be a good team. And we're done with the painting. It only took about 3 hours, so that wasn't too bad. Oh, and it's so dark you can't even see it. But yeah, big difference from the brown. Now all we need to do is the wallpaper, and then the walls are done. And then we're gonna put the furniture back, and then we're gonna hang things and get some curtains and all that good stuff. Hooray! Hey guys, as you can see, we're starting on the second half of the wall with the new wallpaper. Not sure if you're gonna be able to understand what it is, but it's supposed to be corrugated metal. Now, that was also part of my original idea, was to do actual wood and actual metal, but once we realized we weren't going to do real wood, then the metal wouldn't have worked out well. So I found a wallpaper that looked like corrugated metal, and I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. So as you can see, Robert's hard at work on that. And then it looks weird with the line dividing the two sections, so we're going to do a nice actual wooden chair rail across there that we're gonna stain to be the same color as our baby furniture, so it all kind of ties together. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna look quite as weird when it's all done and put together and stuff. I think it's gonna look really good. We definitely took a chance on that, but sometimes the best ideas come from when you take chances and you think out of the box. So, you know, we were willing to wing it and see how it went, and I think it's gonna turn out well. As for me, I'm putting together probably one of the more basic things from IKEA. It's just a little 3-drawer thing I'm gonna put in the closet for some extra storage and shelving. And no words, just pictures in IKEA directions.
Putting together Legos, super easy.
This is not, I am not, like, my brain doesn't function like this very well. This is gonna be, I'm like looking at this like, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna work on this here. I'll probably just be screwing one thing in before like Robert's done, and then he'll come and just do it anyway, so we'll see how this goes. So we're in our garage and we're doing a lot of work for such a tiny, tiny, tiny little detail of the room, but it's actually a very important detail. This is the chair rail I've been speaking of. It is separating the 2 wallpapers we have on that main wall. But there was a lot of back and forth discussion over what color it was going to be, if it was going to be rustic looking, if it was going to be stained or painted, or oh my god, we went back and forth with this crazy chair rail, if it was going to be this thick, that thick, like. So we have the wood back there for it. Robert is sanding the sides to, or filing the sides so they're a little rounded. And then we're gonna start painting it, and we have some other wood that we have that we are also gonna be staining to put on a different wall, just for decor purposes, which obviously you guys will see later. So yeah, this is our next phase of the project. You know what I just realized? I never actually told you guys what the theme of our nursery is. I just kind of jumped straight into showing you what we were doing, but I never even said what the concept was. So now I'm like looking around the room and I'm like, wait a second, like they don't even know like what we're actually going for here. So let me explain that to you. What we're doing is a Route 66 / vintage automobile theme. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Route 66. If you live maybe in the more western part of the United States, I'm sure you are, but if not, it's basically like a really historic route that goes all the way from Illinois, possibly Chicago, all the way to Santa Monica, California, and it's just very vintage, and it's kind of like what the theme of the Disney Cars movie is set in. And I don't know, I just think that's really cool because I really like vintage stuff, and I think that I love things that are very historical. So that's what we were going for. And so I don't know, maybe the whole plank wall and everything else we're doing makes more sense now. I don't know. But anyways, the big stuff is done in our nursery. We're just waiting for a couple of other things to happen before we put some stuff on the walls, and then we have to wait like a month. We're getting curtains custom made, so we have to wait like a month for those. So let me show you guys what we actually have done for now. All right, I recruited Robert to film so I could show you what we have so far. Okay, so this wall, the bane of our existence, but actually it was more of a labor of love because we think it actually came out really well. The wood, the metal, the chair rail. We made this chair rail ourselves out of pine from Home Depot. This is complete. The only thing left that we have to do, we're gonna put a few things on the wall there. We're gonna hang some stuff on the wall. Look at this cool thing we got over here. That lights up like that. So yeah, this obviously goes with the theme. I just told you guys about. We love that thing, it's so neat. This is an open space where a recliner slash glider is gonna go at some point when we get one. We don't have it yet. And then obviously our dresser, which is like a workstation right now. And then look at these super cool things. So we have an idea for like decorating this over above the dresser and changing table. So we got what started as just some regular pine, just like the chair rail, like really like high quality, nice pine. And then I decided to just dress it. So now it looks like it's kind of rugged and been worn, and it has some little hints of the same color of our furniture. And yeah, we think it came out really good. So we're gonna be putting these boards up here, and then we're gonna put some decorations on the board, some signs and things like that to carry our theme through.
Like these signs right there.
Yeah, we got a few of them already. We just need a few more. So we'll be putting those up today, and then, I don't know, just hanging other little things on the wall as we get them. And of course, at some point, we're gonna be moving the baby's actual things he's going to be using into the room. I know that's, you know, the last thing we've thought of doing, but obviously gotta fill these drawers with some baby stuff at some point, but we'll do that after our second and last shower. Oh, we got some little organizers already.
In there.
And then, oh, remember when I was building this?
Oh yeah, there's all the.
There it is. I built it with only minimal help from Robert, and we just threw the baby stuff we have in there so far. We need
Maybe
to.
a little more minimal.
Very minimal. We need to obviously wash all the baby stuff.
Oh, then there's that sign on that
Oh
wall.
yes, and this
May
from
look
our
familiar.
pregnancy reveal photo. It actually really matched too, so it was really perfect. We didn't plan that, it just kind of happened. So anyway, that's what we got so far. Stay tuned to see it all finished.